Alright, what's up guys? Here we have Nick. We're going to be doing a little bit of self-myofascial release on the shin bone known as the tibia. So we're going to focus right now on the inside of the tibia. Go ahead and cross over your leg, Nick. Alright, so basically we're going to be following the shin bone all the way down. So go ahead and show your shin bone and show how it goes all the way down. Basically, we're going to have the lacrosse ball here. Lacrosse ball. And work our way down. This works with a tennis ball, any other hard surface ball, lacrosse ball preferably. Alright, so basically what Nick is doing is he's wedging it into the tibia there on the medial portion, leg crossed over horizontally, and he's going to apply pressure with both hands. And what he's going to do is going to circumduct the ankle, so make circles. Good. You can also do circles in the opposite direction. Write your ABCs, anything like that, just get some movement. He's going to dig it in there, and he's going to work his way down once he's done with that spot. There you go. So show the ball as well, real quick. And he's wedging it into the shin bone. Applying pressure, working down towards the base of the ankle, towards the end of the calf. So good, just like that. And that's going to be on the inside of the leg. So you do that to both sides. And what we can do to work on the lateral portion, so this is going to be the outside of the calf. What we're going to do is actually use a box for this. So we have a box up here. He's going to prop up the leg as if he's doing kind of like that pigeon stretch. Good. So here he's doing it on the inside, or I'm sorry, the outside of the shin bone. So he's putting it in there, applying pressure, and you see how his foot is hanging off of the box. This allows him to continue the circumduction. Good, applying circumduction. Go ahead and do the opposite direction as well. There you go. And just like that, he's going to work in there until he feels a little bit of a release, work his way down, and continue this process. So in this way we're focusing literally on top of the shin bone, basically directly underneath it, working our way down, heel up, there you go, and show where you were going down on the lateral side. So there's the shin, and he's working directly down the bone. Just like that, and we're going to work about 2 minutes per side. Really take your time on this and work all the way down and get some release there. So the next one here, Nick, let's show that lacrosse ball that we have. What we're going to do is we're going to place it between the hamstring and the calf muscle. So in between, more towards the top, right on the middle of the calf belly. Alright, and go ahead and lay back. We're going to pinch it down, wrap our hands around, apply pressure, and go ahead and circumduct with the foot. There you go. Feeling that one, Nick? Good, good. So apply pressure there, right in the middle. Go opposite direction. Good. And you can try to work your way down, but for the most part, it's going to be right in that middle section towards the top. And you can also use a larger ball if you may. Try to get a little bit lower. So just like that, about 2 minutes per side. 2 minutes, 1 minute, or 2 minutes on this side, and then 2 minutes on that other leg. Alright, Nick. So over here we have Nick with what we call the peanut. What is the peanut?
It's 2 lacrosse balls taped.
Alright, what kind of tape do we have here?
Minions.
Minions, perfect. So minion duct tape, just kidding. Alright, so we got the peanut, 2 lacrosse balls duct taped together, and we're going to focus on the calf muscles again. Here we're going to focus on the anterior tibialis as well as the peroneus brevis and longus. So here Nick is doing the pigeon stretch, kind of where he crosses his leg over here in front. And here we can just roll down the whole length of the shin bone in the front. So he can roll down the whole length of it. Find any wonky spots. So say he finds a wonky spot, you can sit over, add pressure, and with the foot, go ahead and circumduct, make some motion, kind of thread it through. Work out there, opposite direction, ABCs, anything of that sort. And go ahead and continue to roll down. And roll down all the way down the shin bone.
Right here, I feel it.
Yeah, good. Find any tight spots, just sit on those. Work about 2 minutes per leg. Perfect, good. So similarly, we can also hit the back. So here we can focus on the posterior part of the calf. So the soleus, gastrocnemius. Perfect. So just like that, he has one leg on top to add pressure. He's basing up on his hands to add even more pressure as well, rather than sitting. And he's rolling the length of the calf muscle. Perfect. So find a tight spot. Do the same thing with the leg. You can also go side to side as he's doing. And just as before, you can also go make circular movements with the ankle as well. Good. Just thread it through. You can work up to the top of the calf muscle. Good. Finding tight spots along the way. Go ahead and roll all the way to the top of it. So scoot forward. You go more, more, more. There you go. Get into the calf muscle belly. And then in the opposite direction, go all the way down, even towards the Achilles tendon. So perfect. Good, Nick. So just like that, on this other side, 2 minutes per side at least, to get a good release. Alright, Nick. So here Nick has a medium thick, he has an orange band, so medium thickness. What he's going to do, he's going to loop it around the lower end of a rack.
It's also works for just, any type of pull. So you're doing a little bit of band distraction with the bands. So he's looped it around through the middle loop, alright? And go ahead and lower that even lower.
All these ankle stretches and mashing, this is great for the calves. Great to kind of release any tension there. Good for plantar fasciitis, shin splints, things of that sort. Alright, so what he's done is he's got his foot through, and he's going to go ahead and step out nice and far. So the band is pulling back on him, giving a lot of tension. And what he's going to do is going to get into a lunging position, knee down. So here you can really focus on this front ankle. He's going to go ahead and lean forward, get real nice and deep, and notice that he's keeping his heel down at all times. Keep the heel down, go far into like a forward stretch, let the knees go over the foot, over the ankles, get in there nice and deep. And what he's going to do is he's going to make rotations, circumduction again, push out against the knee. There you go, keeping the heel down. Find any wonky spots, and you can just sit in there. Keep the heel down, sit in there, try to get deep, nice and deep, deeper and deeper. And same thing, work about 2 minutes per side. So very good, Nick. Alright, so here we have the band low on the rack again. This time we have a kettlebell in the front. So this will help with dorsiflexion. So Nick's gonna, by the way, I forgot to mention earlier, the band is gonna go around the malleolus. So what the malleolus is the bony prominence on both sides. You're gonna see like a bony, basically a bone that's kind of like sticking out. That's the malleolus. It's gonna go around the talus of the heel, if you know where that is anatomically. So that's where it's gonna go. We're gonna bring the foot forward, and we have a kettlebell here to provide an elevation on the front part of the foot, keeping the heel down. We're in a dorsiflexed position, foot up, toes up, and he's gonna lean forward just like that, try to get deeper to a deep dorsiflexion, and you're just gonna hold that stretch there. You can also circumduct, make some circles going around. Nick says it's kind of hard, but yeah, just the stretch alone is gonna be nice and deep and pretty intense. So progress into it, dig in there, try to make some rotations and get deeper and deeper. With the kettlebell, you can use a kettlebell, or if you don't have that, you can use a plate, just something to elevate it on. You can even stack up 2 plates, try to get higher and higher into a deeper dorsiflexed position.
So this time we're gonna have Tim. He's gonna put his toes elevated on a plate. As you can see, he's adjusting a band on his ankle, and the band is also tied to the power rack behind him. What he's gonna do is he's gonna get into a lunge position, and he's gonna push his knees through his toes, like so. If you feel any kind of tightness or pain, you stay in that position and hold it. Hold it for about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Good job, Tim.
Alright, Nick. So here we have the kettlebell. This is a 53-pound kettlebell, so relatively heavy to kind of make sure it doesn't move around too much. We're gonna work on the calf muscle on the back end. So go ahead, Nick, we're gonna prop up the leg right by the Achilles tendon. So basically right under this rounded part of the heel bone, that's your Achilles tendon. He's got the leg on top as well to apply pressure. So what you can do is add more pressure. You can actively drive that leg down to add more weight. And so here he's based up on his hands just like so, and he can go ahead and rock the foot side to side. Side to side, you can make circles as well with the foot. Other movements, just making sure he's applying pressure. Good, good. Make your ABCs, anything of that sort. And so once you've worked in there for a good, up to you, like at least 5 seconds or so, you can move up about an inch, inch and a half. And we're working closer towards the top of the calf muscle towards the knee. So just like he moved about an inch or so, making the movements again. His top leg adding pressure. And if this is too easy for you, what you can also do is base up on your hands. So lift up the butt. Just as he's doing, that applies even more pressure. So that's a more progressive load on it to add more weight. And so you're gonna work all the way up and just show how far you're gonna work up to. There you go, up and up and up. And you're gonna work all the way basically up to the top part of the calf, right up here. You can also do this with a PVC pipe. So we have the PVC pipe over there, Nick. Good. Same thing. Also use a foam roller as well, but a PVC pipe will give more pressure. Just like that. Achilles tendon, you can roll. Go ahead and roll, work up the muscle belly, side to side rotations, just like so. Alright, so here we have Liz, and she's gonna be sitting with, basically if you're wearing shoes, it'll be laces down. So just like how she has the top of her foot down, just like that, sitting back on her feet. And so this is gonna stretch out the tibialis in the front anterior tib. So she's leaning back, walking it back, and this is like a level 2 progression. So she's leaning so far back that the top of her knees are lifted, and she's getting a really deep stretch down there, really deep stretch, just like so. Perfect. And if she walks it back up, this is a more an easier progression, and so you want to make sure you can get this before you try to go into the level 2 pose, which is further back. So this is a bit of yoga in there. You're going to really stretch out the front of the calves and even the top of the foot.